Hey, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a kills, deaths, and kill streak system in Roblox that actually saves your data and doesn't randomly break. First thing you want to do is go to Server Script Service, add a server script, is just called script, open it, and delete everything that's already inside. Now go to the description, click the first link, copy the code, and paste it into the script. I am going to explain a bit, so if you already know what you're doing or you just want to paste and go, you can skip to 0, 0. All right, so the first line, DSS, stands for Data Store Service. This is basically what Roblox uses to store player data, like stats, coins, anything that needs to save. Data save is just the data store we are using for this script. Think of it like the save file for all the players. Now the load function. This function is responsible for getting the data back when the player joins. I'm using pcall here, which is basically a safe way to run code. If something errors, it doesn't crash the entire script. Success tells us if it worked or not, and value is the data that was returned. If loading fails for any reason, the script just defaults the value to 0. But I'm also using the player usered in the key. This is really important because if a player changes their username, they still keep their data. Now let's talk about the save function. This part looks a little complicated, but it's actually pretty simple once you understand it. The save function tries to save the data using setAsync. Again, I'm using pcall, so if Roblox throws an error, the script doesn't break. If saving fails, it retries. Each time it fails, it waits a bit longer before trying again. This helps prevent data store throttling. After 10 failed attempts, it stops trying. If it failed that many times, it's probably not going to work anyway. Now we move on to the main function that makes everything work. This function runs when a player joins the game. First, it creates a leader stats folder and parents it to the player. Inside that folder, it creates deaths, kills, and kill streak values. Each value is loaded using the load function we made earlier. This is how the player gets their saved stats back when they join. Now let's talk about the character setup. This function runs every time the player spawns. It waits for the humanoid, and when the humanoid dies, it runs some code. First, it adds 1 death to the player and resets their kill streak. Then it checks if the humanoid has a creator tag. If it does, that means another player killed them. If a valid killer is found, it adds 1 kill to the killer and increases their kill streak. Now for saving the data. When the player leaves the game, all of their data is saved. I also added bind to close. This means if the server shuts down, updates, or crashes, it will still try to save every player's data before closing. This makes the system way safer than just saving when the player leaves. That's basically the entire script. It handles kills, deaths, kill streaks, and saving in a safe and reliable way. Now, there's a really common issue with this system that I need to talk about. A lot of people say the script is broken, but most of the time it's not. The problem is the weapon. If you're using a gun or sword from the toolbox, or even one you made yourself, and it does not tag the player properly, kills will not count. Basically, the script checks for something called a creator tag on the humanoid. If that tag is not there, the script has no way of knowing who killed who. I'm going to show you how to fix that. And if you're lazy, you can also just join my Discord and ask for help. All right, so I made a very simple tool that deals damage to another player. As you can see, when I kill someone, the kills do not increase. This is because the weapon never tagged the humanoid. To fix this, go to the main script that deals damage inside your weapon. At the top of the script, add a TagHumanoid function. The full function will be in the description. Now scroll down to where the script actually applies damage. Right after the line that deals damage, check if the humanoid's health is less than or equal to 0. When that happens, tag the humanoid with the player who dealt the damage. That's literally it. Now when the player dies, the script can see who the killer is. Kills and kill streaks will start working correctly. If you're still having issues, feel free to join my Discord and ask for help. Thanks for watching and hope you have a great day.